Hey everybody. So well, first off, let me say that it has been far too long. Secondly, let me say that, yes, we're in the same old place because it's just the most convenient for me to get to and out of. So, unfortunately, unless I magically get a vehicle, this is pretty much where I'm destined to do most of my stuff, which isn't horrible. There's a lot of things here to do, but, I mean, kind of. I mean, in comparison to being literally out in the middle of the woods, the only thing this place is lacking is, like, a place to fish. But, the reason I'm doing this video is, one, it's been a while. Two, I kind of wanted to see how moronic I look playing HackeySack. Like, I never did filming before. I never did the whole camera thing before. And other people have filmed me play, but I never actually watched the videos. So I kind of want to see what I look like actually playing. Like, I think that's going to be kind of interesting because, as I said before, I am significantly off my game compared to what I used to be, but I am probably one of the best in the area. And as I said before, I'm not really bragging because there's probably not that many people that actually play. So I'm not really tooting my own horn by saying that. I mean, it sounds phenomenal, like when I tell people that I have more subscribers than I can count on two hands. You're like, yeah, that sounds like I'm bragging. But it's not really that many, or I'm not really that good. Another reason is, I'm looking for something right now down here. I've realized that quite a few things that's been happening lately has been revolved around birds. And I just think that's super weird. They're the eagles. I took pictures of a big crow. I didn't really get any video footage of it. I mean, it's probably a raven, that's how big it is. But it's like, it always chills out at the same spot. I go to visit it once in a while. And I saw a woodpecker the other day. And if I manage to actually find it, which I hope I do, I hope I didn't pass it, I found something kind of cool that I've been kind of checking in on every once in a while. And I thought I'd share it with you guys because, well, I'm not sure what I want to do about it. Like, it's a lot like the eagles. Like, it was one thing when I thought I was the only one that knew about it. But now that I know other people knew about it, I guess I don't have to take as much responsibility. But this, on the other hand, like earlier today, I went to Sheetz. I wanted to go to the Chinese restaurant. For some reason, they just decided that it's okay to close on Mondays. I was a little upset about that. But I went to Sheetz to get food because that was the silver medal. I think I actually passed it. Should I go back? I should go back. Like, that's half the reason I came here. I don't have a lot of time to mess around, but I'll walk back up a little bit to see if I can find it while I tell my story. So, I was getting ready to go into Sheetz, and I saw a butterfly on the ground, and one of its wings were broken. And I was thinking, like, what do I do about it, you know? You kind of feel bad about leaving it there because you know it's going to die. But you kind of feel like I think I'd feel a little bit like a monster if I stomped it. I mean, yeah, I'd be stopping it from, you know, starving to death or whatever other horrible fate it may endure from its crippled behavior, crippled body, crippled whatever you want to call it. I know it wasn't that far down. It couldn't have been that far up. But I couldn't stomp on it because I felt like I'd feel like a monster if I did. even though it would probably be the more humane decision. And I'm gonna walk up to this group of weeds, and I don't see it up here. And this is just going to be it's going to be another failed attempt to make a even semi-interesting intro. Like, it's been a while, and with the leaves growing in, it's hard to find, and I was gonna mark it so that I would know where it was, but I was afraid somebody else might figure it out. There it is. So I was thinking that if they hatch, if I should take them home or not. Because they're low enough to the spiders. Oh, I hate spiders. I don't know how good of a shot you guys got of that, but there's a bird's nest. I think there's 2 or 3 eggs in it. And I thought if they hatch, that I have 2 choices, you know? Natural selection, which is usually how I kind of look at things, like, you know, survival of the fittest, in a way. The parent bird should have been smarter than to build their nest, like, pretty much on the ground. Like, that's not intelligent. And they should have their genes plucked from the gene pool. But with that being said, I'm not a monster, and if I could save them, that would be pretty cool, and it would give me a sense of responsibility. I mean, someone like me, I'm not responsible enough to keep goldfish, because apparently they somehow, someway run away. But I still don't know what happened to that goldfish. Not a single clue, couldn't guess. My grandmother insists that I accidentally poured them down the drain. I know I didn't. Like, I know for a fact I didn't. I'm super careful. So, you know, whatever. So, the point in case is, I don't know what happened to that fish. But if those birds hatch, and they're sitting there that low to the ground, and they're squawking and stuff, I know for a fact there are big raccoons. I've seen foxes down here. There's people. Tons of hawks. So, I mean, pretty much where they're at, it's pretty much a death sentence. Like, if they hatch, they're going to be squawking for food. They'll give away their location. Something or someone else will find them, and they will die. So, if they happen to hatch, and I've been checking on them every couple of days, I could take them back, and, like, once they're, I don't want to say, like, don't need their mother anymore, but once they at least got a little couple feathers on them, you know, and take them back and figure out a way to feed them and stuff. I had baby birds before, and I fed them, and they grew up just fine. All you do is you chew up the worm real good, and you spit it through a straw into their mouth. It's no big deal. I'm just kidding. We used like one of those baby formula syringes, and yeah, I did not chew up worms and spit them through a straw. There was special bird formula. It was for cockatiels. Wasn't. I just thought it'd be funnier to say that, but I guess I should. Funny isn't always good, I suppose. Someone's coming. It's about as good as it gets. I don't do very good on uneven ground, eh?